take the expectations away so high. Somebody's gotta say it. That's why LHMusic is doing your video set. That's why the real facility lives here. This is the final closing TimeFactor. Video closings are TimeFactor. Okay,
can I start here? I know we don't usually talk about sports at all, but Ray writes.
And guess what? Did you know that Piers Morgan is gone forever? That's right. Piers Morgan shows out the door, and while CNN weighs in, because CNN has announced that it is canceling its stupid, boring show. It is primetime host Piers Morgan. You want to know the rest? Listen to this from NPR. Trust me about that.
Has announced that it's canceling Piers Morgan Live. The primetime show has suffered from weak ratings and controversy. Piers Morgan is British and a former tabloid editor and reality show judge. He was named 3 years ago to replace Larry King as...
Oh, stop right here. Here it is. He's British. He's British. Well, so much for that thing. Well, guess what? Piers, he's going to do his last show on the broadcast starting next month. Oh, Lord. But there's more when that came from NPR, the liberal. Listen to this.
CNN's most prominent interviewer. NPR's media correspondent David Folkenflik joins us from our New York bureau to sort through this. And first, David, why ultimately did Morgan fail? How would you characterize his approach?
Well, I mean, you could ascribe the cancellation of his show and the failure entirely to pretty poor ratings, particularly of late, and you'd be right. But I think there's more to it than that. I think there was really a question, CNN has to confront this thing, why do you tune in if there's not breaking news at that moment? And there was real question as to whom he was speaking to and whom he was speaking for. Piers Morgan didn't come promising a strong ideological point of view like Sean Hannity or Rachel Maddow over on MSNBC.
What do you... No. You tell me. You tell me. What do you think about this? Because Piers Morgan is such a buffoon. Rachel Maddow has no audience agenda. But Sean Hannity has a conservative audience just for everyone. But not Piers Morgan. I'm sorry. Because CNN, the liberal, is too darn bad. From now on. Go on.
He seemed to think that because he had been a celebrity in Britain and a celebrity judge here in the U.S., that was enough to get people to tune in and enough to get these famous newsmakers and celebrities on the show. But he wasn't able to book enough big guests, and he didn't turn out to be enough of a big personality himself. But
say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. This is it's gone far enough. Because I hate to write this because this guy, I know, Britain's Got Talent, or should I say America's Got Talent. Nick Cannon wants to do a show during the summertime. But Piers Morgan, yeah, he tried to trash Newt Gingrich on purpose. And that's why he tried to talk about guns and all that crap. So who needs it anyways? So, without further ado, there's more. Listen to this.
The measure of his failure here was in the ratings, and I want you to give us some sense of what size of audiences we're talking about.
Well, for all the headlines and for all of the clickbait that we see about various cable hosts, you're talking about a pretty small universe. I mean, really top cable shows in cable news, particularly on Fox, might exceed 2 million. For other stations, CNN or MSNBC would be delighted to have all of their primetime hosts have about 1 million viewers.
See? 1 million viewers. CNN, the liberal, and MSLSD, the liberal, has 100 million. And what do we got? Yes, us conservatives love Fox News. Hope you get the picture. Go on.
In fact, for a guy like Piers Morgan, even though he's at 9 p.m., a pretty marquee time of day and night, he was clocking in 500,000, of late more like sometimes 1/3 of a million viewers. That's not that much if you think about that. People talk about the problems with broadcast news and the old legacy big three networks. All of their nightly newscasts have far more than that in the millions. NPR's major newscasts are heard by far more people. This is a relatively small niche, and he wasn't being able really to exceed in that.
No. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That NPR. Yeah. Okay. I know. Because here's the purpose. You don't know anyone else gives a fuss, but NPR NPR the liberal, or should I say CNN liberal, whatever it is. But Piers Morgan, gone, vanished, whatever. And there's more to his life than story. The final conclusion. Listen to this.
Conservatives have seized upon several of Morgan's beliefs, especially his support of greater gun regulation. How did that play into the show's demise?
Well, you certainly heard a lot of conservatives bristling at that and attacking him for that.
Attacking him, you wish. You wish. We as conservatives can attack Piers Morgan. As far as we're concerned. You don't get it, do you? Let me tell you something. We as conservatives doesn't like CNN the liberal. And why? Because this is the end of the whole universe of this attacking. What is attacking? It has something to do with who's we. You liberals must be out of your darn mind. Oh, jeez. Go on.
I think that was more emblematic than determining his failing and the canceling of his show. I mean, after all, as we said, it's really a small niche you have to appeal to, but you've got to connect with viewers as well. I think he was so argumentative. He comes from a more bracing and bristling Anglo style of interviewing, but he didn't give the sense in the field that he really enjoyed or admired his new country and his viewers, his fellow Americans. And so when he's hectoring them on gun rights, even for people who might have some sympathies for where he's coming from, they felt that this is a guy who's just lecturing us as opposed to this guy who's advocating.
Yeah, wait a minute. Here's your lecture. You're no. NPR, you're lecturing us. You're lecturing us. You just watch out and just repeated asking opinions about gun rights or all that. You no, but this is gone far enough. And I don't care that Piers Morgan is gone forever. His show is canceled. Well, guess what? You might think it's so smart, but taping this last show, you gotta be crazy. Crazy. One more, that's it.
A point of view held by many Americans.
The decision to drop Piers Morgan was made by CNN's Jeff Zucker, who's been the chief executive for the past year or so, a little bit more. What does this say about his leadership there?
Well, Zucker inherited Morgan. He inherited a show with problematic ratings, but he had inherited a lineup with problematic ratings. And he has said that his main focus needs to be on prime time. He's already tweaked some of the shows on weekends, had some success with the celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain, a kind of reality adventure travel show, had some success bringing documentaries to prime time, but he really hasn't solved the riddle of how to get people to tune into CNN when there's not breaking news. And Piers Morgan was just sort of occupying this space, kind of the last gasp of what had been Larry King's interview show. This wasn't going to be the solution for the long term, and Zucker says, all right, I've been here a year, time to get to work.
The moral of the story is that Piers Morgan is gone. Get it? Gone! For good. That's the end of Piers Morgan. And whatever happens, you have something else to say? Not by a long shot. Good riddance, Piers Morgan. I feel sorry for you with your silly, stupid show. From Steen and the Liberal. Like I said, according to Tootsie Roast Pop commercial, the world may never know. Anyways, we're almost out of time. Thanks for stopping by to clear my head up. Thank you. Don't forget the Facebook and follow LHMusic, Facebook.com and Twitter.com. You know my username, LHMusic Time, and so is my TimeFactor website, LHMusicTime.weebly.com. And so is TimeFactor page on Facebook at Facebook.com/LHMusicTime2013. And I'll see you tomorrow, wherever I feel like it. I'm signing off from LH Music. From God's blessings, I salute you, America. Take care. Bye-bye for now.